of SAP based experience and also have
admin, okay, for USA and HANA IMP 131. This for development. So if you want to go with any course certification courses, you can go with it. And for the admin section, what happened? We have 90 minutes of time to write this examination. Okay, it's online exam, and we get a question of 40. Okay, out of 40, we have to write at least 32 plus so to get a pass marks.
So you already certified, yeah?
Yes.
In admin or developer?
In admin, not development. I need the development. I need the admin. But even though I just call us HANA consultant, we don't like I don't call us HANA admin development, but just call us HANA consultant, certified consultant. Okay, there is no much difference between IMP and tech. Both are almost the same, slight differences. So and if you want to do certification, we have some dumb questions, which are around 150 questions for you. So if out of this one, we'll get at least 30 questions, or not 30 also, 25 to 30 will be same questions, like it will be repeated for online. So if you go this questions, it's enough for you to get to clear this exam certification. And the cost is around like in Indian rupees with the including of taxes, it's not 39,000 some change is there. So we go with this one, okay? No issues. Fine, we just start this section, the demonstrations.
Yeah, also send me the what do you teach and how many hours, days. Just send me all the details after the session.
Definitely. Sure, definitely. Okay. Okay. Like as you are the experience of SAP HANA, and we are not a kids go for SAP HANA HT also. Like SAP HT also. We just go with that. We step into the main concept of HANA. Okay. So why is HANA introduced? We just show later. Suppose this is my company. This is my company. My company always use the old TP system, right? Online transaction process.
Yeah.
Online transaction process. It may be runs on SAP. It may be runs on SQL. It may be Oracle. It may be a Tally also sometimes. It may be a MS Office also. Anything else. So it's not guaranteed we are using a single software. We can use multiple softwares. Okay. And this is my end user. So when end user enters the records based on the transaction based on SAP, so the database will be stored on a SAP database. If the transaction is facing on SQL or Oracle, so the records will be stored on SQL or Oracle database. Okay. Suppose he's my client. My client needs the business status. What is
your
status?
Screen is not seen. I can't see your screen.
Can't see your screen. But I share my screen, right?
Oh, yeah, now I can see. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So this company always use OLTP, and we can use SAP, Oracle, any other software. Okay. So when the end user enters the records with the respect of their transaction placed on to be SAP and on SAP, so the records will be storing on their respect of their databases. So this is my client. So client needs the business status. So what is status? Like he needs a reports. He needs reports on this data. So has this OLTP system it stores the current data, and it will have 0 to 2 years data max. Okay, not possible. So getting it on this OLTP system is like getting a report is very difficult because we not get the data properly. Why? Because the data keeps on changes. It's a transaction data, so data keeps on changes. Suppose if you take the example of banking sector, the account number is same, but the transaction, like you withdraw the amount, if you do by the check, okay, with like all those transactions take place. Okay, so there's enough constant data. So in order to analyze the data or getting a report on this stuff, so client has maintaining separate database, and this data is called as OLAP system, online analytical process. In this what happened, data will be constant forever, and it will store data permanently, and we call this historical data. It can store 0 to 20 years or max 30 years data, okay, permanently. Based on this data, we are getting reports. So in order to move this data, so we are moving this OLTP to OLAP system, and on top of this OLTP system, we are getting reports on the BEX, which is a BI tool or VO, okay, VO BJ. Okay, so we are, in order to move the data from OLTP to OLAP, we are using some ETL operations: extraction, transferring, loading. Okay, so these are what we are doing in real time. And in this what happened, we have some disadvantages, but it's this one. So one is what the client has to maintain two databases like OLTP and OLAP. Okay, so client has to maintain two databases. One is OLAP and OLTP. So the maintenance cost is very high. Again, in order to move data from OLTP to OLAP, again you have to buy some interface software called ETL. Okay, it is very, again it's a money consumption. And in order to store this data, we are storing the hard disk state. So when the end user enters the records, it moves to application database. It moves to hard disk. So database, something what is a hard disk. Okay, generally the hard disk. Again, if the client needs the reports, what you are doing? We are transferring this database report into RAM. Again, from RAM to we are getting data into processor. Okay. Again, from processor we are getting reports on reports. Another analyzing. So we are transferring. We are getting the full data from hard disk to RAM. Again, RAM to RAM. So it will run the round clock. So it takes some longer time. Suppose your client says he needs a report on last 1 minute or last 10 minute transaction records. So in order to get a last 1 minute or last 10 minute transaction records, we need to perform these ETL operations. Once this ETL operation perform only, we get this data from OLTP to OLAP and OLTP to OLAP to the reporting area. Okay. Until unless we perform this ETL operations, we will not get the data of last 1 minute or last 10 minute transaction records. Okay. So this is one more default. And in this what happened, data will store in the row storage. Row storage. So means what? Like C01 is your customer ID. You have some plastic of 2 kgs, and his name is Ramraj. Okay. The same way, C02, you have some silver of 2 kgs. His name is some Raj. Again, C03 ID, you have some silver of 1 kg. His name is some Raj. Okay. Again, C04, you have some plastic or metal of 1 kg or 2 kgs, and his name is some Raj. Okay. So in this real time, what happened? If we have in the real time 3 lakhs of records, 3 lakhs of records, and 3 lakhs records, 30,000 times the name repeating Raj. Okay, if the Raj occupies 3 bytes, so in hard disk it stores 30,000 into 3 bytes of data will be stored, right? So means your totally 90,000 bits will be stored in the hard disk. So it's very, it takes a longer space. This was limiting this one. So is the main occurrence. So to avoid all this disadvantage of using this one, so we got a HANA into picture. So it's a HANA. So why HANA? Why HANA means HANA is a combination of OLTP plus OLAP. It's the main advantage also. As this HANA is combination of OLTP and OLAP, so the client will maintain, like client can will not maintain this OLTP and OLAP separately. Okay, so we can reduce this maintenance cost. As we are not maintaining the 2 data servers at a time, so we can avoid this ETL operation also. Okay, so to enter the records in this OLTP, okay, within seconds it moves to the OLAP also. Okay, without any ETL operations, so we can avoid ETL operation also. And HANA, it has its own calculation panel, a calculation query panel, so we can perform all this query at this place. And one more thing, HANA stores the data in the RAM, not in the hard disk. As you know, RAM is very speed, so we can get the data is very fast. If you try to get reports of some 10 millions of records, if you try to get report on this system, it takes around of 10 to 12, 15 minutes of time to get a generated report, okay, after performing ETL operations. But this RAM takes just a 5 to 6 minutes of time to get a just 10 minutes of records, like to retrieve the reports. So it is RAM and capabilities system because it stores the RAM. And this RAM is not a regular RAM as we are using systems. Okay, this RAM is very strong, and we are using the RAM is very weak because of when the power goes, like because of the RAM holds the data buffer, so it will be remove all the data records. But this RAM will be stored permanently and acting as a database. Okay? And one more thing, this data will be stored in this HANA will store the column storage. Instead of RAM, it stores the data in the column storage. So what is the advantage of CC? So column storage, if you have like C01, C02, C03, C04, and all this one column. And we have metal, so it's a plastic, P, then silver, then M. Has the silver repeating twice, but it stores only single value, so that we can save this extra space. It stores only single value, so we can save this extra space. We can use for this space for next purpose. In the same way, if there, we have 2 kgs, it repeating twice, but it stores only single value, then 1 kg. Okay, and we can save this much of space for the next purpose. In the same way, Raj, it repeating 4 times, but it shows only single value. So we can save all this principle of space. So in this what happened means, suppose in the real time, I have 3 lakhs records, and the 3 lakhs records, 30,000 times records, like the name const of Raj, is repeating twice, has it stores only single bytes, so it stores only 3 bytes. Instead of all, it stores only 3 bytes. Enough. So this much of space will be occupied. So we can save 90,000 space. We can save in RAM. This is the main advantage of RAM. Okay. Okay. Now you've got a concept of HANA. What HANA means, and why is HANA was introduced means for SAP for SAP ECC or EHP we are using this Oracle as database, right? Okay. The SAP guys, SAP AG company, they are paying 25% royalty every year to this Oracle guy for his database. Okay, and given they got some case issue also, like this Oracle guys made some like report some cases on this AG company, for some questions. So to avoid this royalty, they introduced this HANA concept, and this HANA is in-memory database concept. In-memory database concept. Right? Then we go what is the HANA exactly. So now you clear ending page on this screen. Any queries on this one? On this screen?
No questions.
Fine. We move from next concept. HANA. Why is HANA? Okay. So HANA is exactly in-memory database concept. In memory database concept. It is just a database. And what HANA means? HANA is just a so HANA, there is no full form on this one, but HANA is a high performance analytical appliance. Okay, high performance analytical appliance. So it's a HANA. Okay, so high performance analytical appliance. It's an in-memory database concept. So in this HANA, what happened? We have the main 3 parts. One is HANA Studio, and it's a GUI of HANA. We have only single window, it's a HANA Studio, which can perform all the operations. Okay, but we have experience of using a HANA SAP screens, right? We have SAP ECC screens, BW screens. So if you want to use any table or reporting area, we have to go with a different transaction codes. But here in HANA Studio, there is no any other transaction codes. We have only a single window that is called HANA Studio. Okay, which is we can perform all the. And within this HANA Studio, we have one more thing is HANA Client. Okay, HANA Client is the interface between HANA Studio and HANA Server. So it make a connection with HANA Server and this server will be installed in Linux environment. Because as told you already, it stores in the RAM, so it stores in the, so we have to install in the RAM. And to install the RAM, we need at least about 1 TB to 4 TB RAM. Till now we got 1 TB to 4 TB RAM, okay? And it is not a server, we don't have this software, it is called as appliance. What's appliance? Suppose we take a TV, okay? TV is appliance, right? We buy a TV and we can we like see the movies and see all the stuff. So, but we don't get a TV, right? And even this is software, this HANA server is a software, it is just appliance. So based on the client requirement, based on company requirement, they have to buy 1 TB or 4 TB or 3 TB based on the requirement, and it's installed on Linux, installed by this SAP AG kind, SAP AG company itself. They will not provide any software to be us to be install this one, okay? So we have to buy this appliance, and this is cloud, okay? It shows the RAM. In order to connect this one, but we get a software called HANA Studio and HANA Client. These two softwares you can get it. So we have to install this software, and these two will be supported in Windows 8 also, Windows 9 also, like Windows 7 also, and Windows Server also, and as well as Linux also. Then your requirement you can install anywhere. And we have to connect this. First, we have to connect this HANA client to the HANA server, which is on Linux environment, by using some 2 connections. So we have to connect this one with the 2 connections, which is the ODBC drivers, okay, and as well as JDBC drivers. So we have to use this ODBC drivers. If you have JVM, Java Virtual Machine software is installed in your machine, then you have to use ODBC drivers. And if you have, like if you don't have a Java machine, instead of Java we have HANA drivers, then you have to go with JDBC drivers in order to connect this HANA Studio, which is on cloud. Once this HANA service finished installation and configuration, we have to configure HANA Studio to HANA Client. Until unless you just make this configuration, you can't perform any operation on HANA Studio. It's just an empty screen, okay? And we have to run this Studio, and we just perform our operation. It will show on HANA DBs, okay? So it is just acting as a 3 architecture, okay? 1, 2, 3, preparation, application, and database layer, okay? So I will show you how to install this software, how to download this software, HANA Studio, how to install this software, how to make this configuration part to ODBC and JDBC, and even I will show you how to log on to a Linux environment on kind of cloud system, and how to start the server, how to restart the server, how to stop the server, and how to perform other operations by using a command prompt, okay, in Linux environment. So in Linux we see all this stuff in a command prompt, because it's a Linux, so we have to use command prompt in order to do other operations. And even the same operation can perform by HANA Studio also, okay, HANA Studio also. So HANA Studio also, same we can start by using a dynamic steps. Okay, we will show you all this stuff. Once this configuration is established, we got a HANA setup is finished. If you want to migrate, means what? If you want to load the data, SAP ECC or blue. So I will show you how to make a configuration with SAP ECC to HANA site, to HANA database. Okay, we have 2 migrations. We can do this by using a BODS. Okay, and one more thing is we can do by using a SLT. ECC, we get the data from SLT, the main point, from HANA. So we get configuration. So I will show you how to make a configuration to BODS as well as SLT, and how to import one table from. Okay, we have in general we have different tables, Mara, Mac, VBAK. So I will show you one scenario how to import the data from ECC to HANA using a BODS and ECC to HANA using a SLT also. So SLT is a SAP landscape transformation. SAP landscape transformation. Even I will show you how to make a configuration with SAP BW to BODS, from BODS to HANA. Okay. So even I will show you how to import the cubes, DSOs, all the stuff, and by the way, and we will show you non-SAP like SQL database to BODS, again from BODS to HANA. Okay. This configuration part I will show you how to import data. Okay. And we see data provision part, that is about how to pull the data from SAP ECC with the SLT configuration. Okay, all the stuff. And we will see how to make a security, this main point. Okay, so in security we see how to get a users, how to create roles, okay, what the user and how to add a permissions, how to give rights to this, okay, rights, I give permissions, okay, from one user to other user. If suppose user one is doing there is some table, and we have to provide the same table permission to other user also to not use, so we can get permission at table level, at record level, at field level also, okay. So that the other user can be use the report like the table. You can use the entire table. You can use a condition based table like less than 500, less than 500 license, or code level, field level, something else. Okay. So and we see what is the role, how to assign a number of users to this role. Okay, and how they get a same authentication for all the users. Okay, we see all the stuff in the security level. Okay. So with this one, I'll show you after first installing HANA Studio on a client, the configuration part. Next one, I will show you this configuration part, ECC, other stuff, and even the administration part. Okay, and the monitoring part. Okay, and system configuration, other stuff, and even the Linux environment. Okay, Linux and how it is going to look like, and how to log in, and how to use the command prompt, all this stuff. We have some commands with the HANA database, so how to use it, and how to stop the server, as well as how to start the server. And how to restart the server, and even I'll teach a concept called backup, because in real time we have only 1 TB or 4 TB. If a company take me the 4 TB RAM, if it is filled with 3.5 or 3.7 GB RAM, the TB of RAM, and there is no space to be much more, because in real time we have huge of like a large number of data. So once this data is filled, we have to take a recovery, like we have to take a backup. Okay, and this backup will be stored in the file system, file format, and this file is stored in the hard disk. Okay, so to save some memory in the hard RAM. Okay, again we have, if you need any this one, you can take a recovery also sometimes. After getting backup, we can remove the unnecessary schemas, tables, all the stuff. With this, I will show you how to what a schema, how to create a schema, why a schema is created, and even the tables. Okay, how to create tables in databases. Okay, and how to create asynchronous users, and how to load data from different databases. Okay, loading of data into this table, and creating schemas, and we have some more stuff. Okay. So is the admin, guys. Okay, admin, it takes just 25 days of like 25 hours. Okay. Yeah. So and we have some more stuff also. I will just give the course content, so you can just go through it. Okay, this is Hana. Okay. Anything else?